Are we recording? Are we live? Yeah. I think we're live, right? Yes. Yes. Hello once again, YouTube, and welcome to another video. Oh, today I'm doing another vinyl update. That's why I'm here. But it's not really a vinyl update at all because, well, I've only gotten one album of recent, which is this. Yes, the Beatles, Abbey Road. Yeah. Yes, I've only gone this week. So sad. Yeah, I would like to get other songs, but other albums. I mean, vinyls. But hey, I got this like 2 days ago, and I think it's worth my money. Yeah. So instead of like a normal album or vinyl update, I'm going to do a review of the album itself. As you can see, there's nice. Oh, by the way, if there's any chance you don't know what a vinyl looks like, I think I haven't shown a vinyl record. That's what a vinyl record looks like. Oh, yeah, that's what a vinyl record looks like. Oh, gee. Yes. So when I first played it, which was yesterday, it was I was expecting to like the songs off the album because I've already heard the songs off the album and they sounded really good. This is one of my favourite Beatles albums, by the way. Yeah. It's some people's favourite Beatles album as well. By the way, if you don't own an album, a vinyl, they can get stained very easily, like dust, and they're dust collectors basically. So better be careful when holding one. It's not like it's going to actually damage the record or anything. Oh crap. Yeah. But anyway, this is definitely the best Beatles, one of my favorite Beatles album records. Oh god. Anyway, let's just ignore that. Yeah, it's got a very iconic album cover with the Fab Four walking on the zebra crossing of Abbey Road. Yeah. And yeah, it's nice. It's a good album, you know. Anyway, let's go on to the tracks. Track 1, Come Together, right now, over me. Brilliant song. And all that say otherwise should be shot in the back. Because they're wrong, because it's an absolutely brilliant song. I've already said that. Yeah. But it needs to be stated. Yes. It's a John Lennon song, which usually the opening tracks are by the whole entire band. Well, before. Now they've basically started their solo careers. In the case of John Lennon, he has already started his solo career with Yoko Ono. They've also made several avant-garde films that aren't really that mainstream by this point, but yeah, it's a really nice rock and roll song that was apparently meant for some guys like campaign, like advertising it, but it wasn't. But he was arrested before the song could be released, which is a shame, I guess. Yeah, quite nice with the in the background. It's really lovely. Oh wait, I need to put this on here. There we go. Look at that. Would you look at that, eh? That is a beautiful record, isn't it? Work of art. Let's be honest. There. After that, lovely rock and roll song, which is the reason why I count the Beatles as rock and roll. And I think it's their first collaboration with Billy Preston, I think. We Got Something, which is the ultimate love song, as Frank Sinatra claimed it to be. And Frankie is right. Doesn't even say, I love you. It is quite something. See what I did there? And you can tell that George is putting his all into this song. George isn't usually the one that does the love songs. He usually does like stuff like Piggies, Savory Truffle, Only a Northern Song, and Within You and Without You, and Taxman, which are, none of those are love songs, by the way. They're all like, Piggies is like a funny song, yeah. George Harrison isn't one of the more lovely-dovely parts of Beatles. That one is that man there, Paul McCartney. Yeah, so it's a brilliant song. Quite like it. It's got a nice harmony in it, and all the instruments work well together. I particularly like the use of George Martin, of the orchestra. I think it's 50 piece. I don't know how many people on there. So next up, we're on to the most expensive song on this record. It cost them more than £1 million to make it. Of course, I'm talking about Maxwell Silverhammer, because it has like a horn orchestra and some hammer noises like that. It's quite a nice song. It's quite disturbing, and it just sounds so damn happy. And it's about murder. I quite like those ironic songs. It's like that the Weird Al Christmas song, Christmas at Ground Zero, which I thought is the best Christmas song of all time. And if anybody says otherwise, they have clearly been brainwashed by the overuse of those bloody pop-orientated Christmas songs. Yes. Yeah, it's quite a funny song. He's quite a smart guy, but for some reason he keeps on murdering people. His teacher, his girlfriend, and hell, even the jury. Yeah, he goes to court, and it turns out as well as you think it would, with a guy who has a silver hammer, and they don't get rid of his silver hammer, which is kind of stupid if you think about it. Yeah, quite like the chorus is probably my best bit. Is probably the best bit in this. No. I think the solo at the end before the silver hammer bit is the best bit of this song. Yeah, of the song. So yeah, after that we get a more traditional Beatles song. Oh Darling, where Paul McCartney goes absolutely insane. No, seriously, he's screaming to the top of his lungs, "Will you told me? You didn't need me anymore." Yeah, the vocals is probably the best bit of that. And plus, my favourite lyric of it is the bit where he says, "I almost broke down when you told me you didn't need me anymore. I almost broke down and cried," and then that bit again, but instead died. Because he just putting his all into it. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. My God. Somehow he didn't pass out after this, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But still, don't try and sing that song when you're going through puberty, because you're probably going to pass out. Okay? So yeah, it's quite a nice song with a nice jagged guitar riff, like quite weird. And next we have the first song that I've heard written, the first Beatles song that I've heard that was written by Ringo Starr, which is Octopus's Garden. Yes, it's an amazing song. It's very trippy, but unlike Strawberry Fields Forever and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, it has a more of a tongue-in-cheek sense of humour. And plus, John can make anything sound serious, unless he's trying to make it sound funny. He does have a way to make things sound serious and boy, yeah. But Octopus's Garden is quite not serious. It's quite funny. It's kind of like Yellow Submarine in that respect because it's nonsensical. Like there is it's kind of like made for children. I don't know why they didn't do this as a single. It would have worked well as a single. But the next track we get. Oh, and also they managed to, unlike Yellow Submarine, like John Lennon said for Yellow Submarine, I want to sound like I'm underwater. I'm going to say my lines on the track and underwater. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. But with this record, they have managed to make it sound like the harmony bit in the solo, the guitar solo, which screeches a little bit. Sounds like it's coming from underwater. Anyway, next one. This would have never been a single. I Want You, She's So Heavy. This is a brilliant song, okay? It may have less lyrics than most songs on this record and in the Beatles back catalog, but I don't care. This song's brilliant. I want you. I want you so bad, babe. I want you. Yeah, it's just especially like that, like the bass line from Paul McCartney matching up with John Lennon's lyrics. It's just so damn right. Everything falls into place. It's amazing. And the bit at the end, which was like the storm thing, had the bit at the end that sounds like a storm had was made by a synthesizer. Well, Mellotron. Mellotrons were the precursor to synthesizers, but everything works well together, like that. Yeah, that bass line by Paul McCartney. Oh, every single instrument is not wasted, even though there's like not many. The only criticism I have is you could have a little bit of better lyrics, but hey, it's got more lyrics than Gucci Gang. Ooh, boy, it's got repeats less lyrics than Gucci Gang. Could you believe that? Yeah. So that close, and what a way to close off side A. Now on to side B with Here Comes the Sun. You should all know this by now. This song is the most popular song off the album. And it was, I remember clearly listening to this in like a music lesson in my primary school. It was from school, by the way. And I was like, wait a second, this sounds weird. Because I listened to this song before then, but it wasn't actually played by the Beatles. I'm sorry. I listened to the Steve Harley and Courtney Rebel version. It's good, but it's not as good as the original. It's just like the Joe Cocker with a version of the With a Little Help from My Friend. It's not as good as the original. Plus, Ringo Starr. He's got a better accent than Joe Cocker. He sounds like an awful. That song is meant to be happy, you know. It's meant to be an upbeat, fun song, not a depressing song. There is my Ringo Starr impression, and there goes a whole bunch of my audience, yeah. So yeah, Here Comes the Sun. Brilliant song. George Harrison, brilliant. Synthesizers, good. Guitar, good. Acoustic guitar. I quite like whenever George Harrison gets out his acoustic guitar, because I have an acoustic guitar right here, as you can see. Yeah, I thought you can. If you've watched any of my cover videos or any of my videos which I do some original songs, you have seen this baby. I'm actually planning on getting a new guitar. Whether it be acoustic or electric, I'm hoping for electric. I don't know, but it's out of tune. Yeah, it's definitely not. So yeah, brilliant song. You should all know that by now. Unless I'm talking to a bunch of people who think the Beatles are the worst thing ever, and think Justin Bieber is the best thing ever. In which case, that may be your opinion, but your opinion is wrong. Nah, just kidding. You can have your own opinion. Like, I liked that song with Katy Perry and Will Ferrell, and that was done by what's his name? Calvin Harris. That guy. I thought that was okay, even if Katy Perry sounds like she's lobotomized. Yeah, it's all an alright song. So yeah. But hey, who am I to judge? Now we're on to Because, which is impressive because the whole song is in unison, and it also has the same unison. All in a harmony. All the Beatles' voices. I don't know about Ringo, but I know that I can hear Paul, George, and John in there. So yeah, you can hear them all on this one track, and it sounds really good, like a tripping balls. And the guitar riff, the guitar solo just sounds and it's quite brilliant. It's also very sad. Yeah, it's a very good song. So yeah, now on to the melody. The Abbey Road melody. You never give me your money. You only give me your funny paper. It's about like a guy who's out of college, money spent, see no future, pay no rent, all the money's gone, nowhere to go. It's quite a good song. It has very different sections, kind of like Happiness is a Warm Gun, and several other songs that are that I like that. And of course, if you know what a melody is, it fades into the next track. It's quite a nice song. It's a nice rock and roll song. At the beginning it was like a piano ballad, but then towards the end it became a rock and roll song. And you get Sun King, which is also in unison, but one of the words in that, some of the lyrics are actually said only by John Lennon. It's quite a nice song. It kind of relates to Here Comes the Sun, because it's about the sun. It's about the sun. And he even says, here comes the sun. No, it's King. Into it. Yeah, it's quite a nice song. We're breezing over these songs because most of them are like 2 minutes long. Then we get Me, Mr. Mustard sleeps in the park, shaves in the dark. Which, I don't really like this song. I'm sorry. This is probably my least favourite song of the album. I'm very sorry. It's just, it doesn't really, meh. I think the vocals could be worked on. It's a bit monotone. The voice doesn't sound that lively. Then you have Polythene Pan, which is a nice heavy rock song. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, I think it's about a prostitute actually. Yeah, it's probably about a prostitute. Just like Day Tripper, hey? Who has like to make songs about prostitutes and lesbians? Yeah, quite a nice song. Polythene is obviously a type of material. And then she came in through the bathroom window, protected armed with a silver spoon. Yeah, it's quite it's based on Paul McCartney's encounter with a fangirl, which is clearly evident, and it also kind of carries over the theme of Lady Madonna, which had like that talked about days of the week. This also talks about days of the week and how monotonous they can be. Yeah, it's quite a nice song. It is. It's a good song. Brilliant. Yeah. And then we get to Golden Slumbers, Carry That Weight, and The End. I include them as all one song because they're a masterpiece. Here Comes the Sun is brilliant, but then I Want You, She's So Heavy is also magnificent, but this is a masterpiece. Golden Slumbers, if anybody's lived in the UK, or if anybody's in the UK, my UK viewers, hi, you might recognise that from the last year's John Lewis Christmas advert. But yes, indeed, it's a Beatles song, which makes sense because, well, it was Sgt. Pepper's 50th anniversary last year, wasn't it? So, of course. But they should have done another Beatles song. But none of the songs of Sgt. Pepper's actually could replicate the warmth of Christmas. Most of them are quite... I think the closest would be Strawberry Fields Forever or Penny Lane. But they're off Magical Mystery Tour, which still would work. because they were made during the time of Sergeant Pepper's, and it was 27, and it was 1967 that album was released, that LP was released. But yes, this is a brilliant song. Got the orchestra back again, and it just sounds brilliant, so beautiful. And then it leads into Carry That Weight with Ringo Starr's drums bringing it in to Carry That Weight. And it sounds so brilliant, and it sounds like really there's some finality in this. And then you also have like a repeated tone of you never give me your money, but a little bit different lyrics like in the original song. And yes, you go, carry the boy, you gotta carry the weight. I can't replicate these songs. You need to hear them for yourselves. And by that I mean get a Spotify account, or get a Deezer account, or buy the vinyl, or buy the CD. Because, well, Beatles songs on YouTube are being taken down left, right, front and centre. So, yeah. And then it leads into the end, which also doesn't have many lyrics. Just like I Want You, She's So Heavy. But at the end, you get a nice message about, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love. Just preparing it to listen to this again. You make, and it sounds brilliant, and it sounds so there's so much finality, and it sounds like that's the end of the record. On the label and on the actual album itself, it says that's the end. The end is the end. But when you listen to the record, there's like 20-minute silence, and then you hear poof, and then you get Her Majesty, which is my second least favourite song of this album. Mostly because it ruins most of the emotional weight of the end. Just a nice, but it's also one that I wouldn't listen to, like that I don't come back to. That I don't want to say, I want to listen to that again. It's just what a nice, simple, cheeky melody about a love song about Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, which it's fine. It's a perfectly serviceable, cheeky melody. But yes, so that's the whole entire album. That is Abbey Road. I hope you have enjoyed this one-of-a-kind video. Next week, we'll go back to doing random stuff instead of doing vinyl updates all the time. So if you excuse me, I got a record to listen to. Goodbye.